What up, YouTube? This is Weaponry Fitness. You see the thumbnail, the title. I'm just gonna get into it. So I just wanted to do a segment on a little bit about my personal life that happened a little while ago. I want to put it around 2016, 2017. I was in Virginia, living in Norfolk. So for those who don't know, I've been a motorcycle rider since 2013. So around, I want to say 2016, 2017, I had a 2008 Kawasaki Ninja. So for those who have never seen me in person, man, I'm kind of a wild person. I like to take risks, but when it comes to that motorcycle, I really don't take any risks. Not like that anyway. So I mean, I ride a crotch rocket, but I be cruising. So um, this was I was I like I said in this segment, I've already established I've been in a motorcycle accident. It wasn't my fault. Um, it's weird how it happened too. Uh, it's really hard to remember all the details, but so I was doing cable. This was after this was like after 8, 9 o'clock. It was dark. I remembered this too because I was at Home Depot. I didn't really I wanted to ride. It was a good night. I went to buy some cable supplies. Had a backpack. So as I was coming home, I was on what street? I think it was Granby Street. I was at a light. It was red. It turned green. I waited a second and I took off, but I was like it was a sharp left turn on a green arrow, so I had the right of way. So as I was making this turn, uh, I didn't accelerate as fast because I was still on the bank of the turn and still fairly a new rider, so I didn't want to. I don't accelerate on my turns. You're not really supposed to anyway. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, I saw a car coming. I thought it was gonna stop, and this thing was like this. It was a red car. Even though it was dark, I knew it was a red car. Um, I could see they weren't slowing down. It was a good 20, 30 yards from me. So I was right on the end of my turn. I wasn't even on the straight. Like I didn't even straighten out. And the car just sped up. I don't think they saw me. And obviously they had a red light. I had the green. I was right on the bank of the turn. I couldn't speed up and I couldn't slow down. So they basically T-boned me. Uh, so what I was wearing my helmet because in Virginia, the law requires you to wear a helmet. So I had a helmet. I had no leathers. I had I remember what I was wearing too. I was wearing jeans, long jeans, tennis shoes, and a short sleeve hoodie. So I people say they don't believe in miracles, and then there's a lot of people that believe in miracles. I just believe in science. I mean, I guess miracles are a thing when it comes to God, like life, birth, death, like this. I mean, I guess you can use miracles, but this was definitely an extremely odd turn of events because I didn't know what to do. The car smashed into me like head on. Um, I want to say that my motorcycle was horizontal, and the car hit me on my right side. I flipped over the hood. My head hit their windshield, and like I said, I was wearing my helmet. And then what happened was I fell on the ground after that. So the reason why I think martial arts saved me is because I braced for shock. I didn't panic. I mean, I don't even know if I had enough time to panic. So I had to react. Um, when you know you're about to fall, you kind of ball up a little bit. You brace for shock, kind of like when you're a football player. you ball up when you're about to hit somebody. It just depends on what type of hit you're about to engage in. So I knew I was goner. So like if I would have done this, um, I would have I would have had some injuries. But I walked away. You know what I did when I got hit? My head hit the windshield, fell on the ground. The car stopped, and then I got up. And the first thing I did, I didn't check on them. I checked on my bike. I didn't feel, I didn't feel any pain at all. Everybody on the other side, because there was a median, so everybody on the other side saw the accident. This lady actually stopped and called the cops. So that wasn't even my first incident. I knew the drivers were okay because obviously they were in a car. So my motorcycle didn't do enough. I knew it didn't do enough damage to hurt them. And when I got up, I mean, obviously I wasn't in pain, so I didn't check for any kind of injuries. I checked on my bike. I wanted to, because that was the only mode of travel I had. I had no car. Like my car was dead in the street, I think at the time. So actually, I can't remember. I think it was though. Might have been after, but um, I know for a full couple of months, like for almost a whole year, I was riding a motorcycle because I couldn't afford to fix my car. I had a car with a dead transmission. But anyway, I got up. There was a scratch on my back. Um, Now here's the part that I remember that will stick with me for a little while. Um, there was two people in the car. The driver was a female. I think she was Vietnamese, and there was a guy in the passenger seat. Um, I did break their windshield with my head, so it didn't shatter. It just cracked like a web type of crack. So I did. You could see that if I didn't have my helmet on, I wouldn't be alive right now. So uh, when I got up, I checked on my motorcycle. It was running too. It's just in bad shape, so it had to be fixed. It was labeled. It was like maybe $500 from being total, and I'll get into that later. But when I got up, checked my motorcycle, it was okay. It could still run me home. So, and I was only like a quarter mile away from home too. I was that close to being home. Um, Now here's the crazy part. The guy was asking me if I was okay, if I was injured, what can I do to help, or what can he do to help? And the woman, you know what she did? And I mean, my mind didn't go to. I wasn't upset or anything. I was just glad I was alive. And I mean, honestly, I didn't know if I was alive or not. I mean, like, but uh, she said, "Can we forget about this? Can you're okay?" Like she assumed I was okay, and um, she wanted to just keep she basically wanted to leave the scene of the accident. She didn't want to report it, and come to find out, she didn't. Like I found out days after this because of my insurance told me that she wasn't covered. So this is I've told this story to people and they thought I should have sued her, but I don't. Like I was in a position where my life was like really bad. I was broke. I was damn near. I came off of being homeless. I mean, basically, I was homeless after that because I just couldn't afford to pay rent or anything. But like, I was homeless for a good. Um, and when I say homeless, there was probably a stretch about a week where I didn't have anywhere to stay besides in my car. And then, like, the timeline is kind of wonky. But I did have an apartment at that time, but I could barely pay the rent. But yeah, she just um, like I said, I wasn't upset. I did not sue her because I was in a position in my life where like it could have been flipped. Like I could have easily didn't have insurance. I could have hit somebody, and if somebody sued me, my life would have been over. I didn't know what kind of situation she was in because when you don't have insurance driving in Virginia, which is required, you can get in a lot of trouble. And obviously, she probably did get in trouble because my insurance fought the case. So because I had to get my motorcycle was covered. It was covered. She didn't have insurance. I had insurance, but like I think about these kind of things, like, and this is why I say martial arts saved me is because I just reacted. Like I reacted very quickly. I didn't panic, and most people know me that I don't panic um, when stuff like that happens. Like there's a couple of stories I could share, but like this was a life or death situation. Like I could have easily kicked the bucket, and I had a conversation with a guy who was my supervisor at the time. I was talking about this accident. I was like, how do I know? How do I really know I survived that accident, man? I could be talking you into, another life. Like this could be a heaven because the way my life turned out after that, I wouldn't say it got worse. It got a little bit better as I kept, trying to fight. But like that one moment when I told him that, I was like, I can't, I can't take life for granted. Like I gotta, I really have to step up my game. I can't be reliant on anybody. I have to get my shit together. So, I mean, here I am today. Like, I definitely got some receipts, man. I really did the work. But yeah, that was like, I had no problems with that lady. Like, she had been in her early 30s, but like, you never know. Um, I had nothing against her. I wasn't angry. I was just glad I was okay. So, I mean, after that, I'm glad she probably had learned her lesson. So, like I said, the guy was good. The guy was nice about it. Um, the girl, the woman, she was panicking as much as I was. She wanted to leave the scene. So I mean, it's whatever, man. Um, I'm not out here to like get back at anybody. Like I mean, if she was a bitch about it, then that would be a different story. But she was just I could tell she was shaking and she was scared. But yeah, but that was my motorcycle experience. But yeah, I don't have that Kawasaki anymore. Uh, I just got rid of it too. I mean, it got replaced and everything. It should have been total, but the dealership or the mechanics missed the gas tank. The gas tank had a dent in it. I think that gas tank can cost you a couple of up to $1,000 to replace. So like that would have totaled it easily. But yeah, but that's the story about the accident. And let me know in the comments if you ever had a motorcycle accident. Did you walk away from it? Um, oh yeah, and one thing I gotta add because I didn't know this at the time, but like if you get into an accident, and the ambulance comes. They ask you if you want. They give you a choice to get in the ambulance. I didn't know at the time because I don't think I was medically insured at the time, so they would have charged me. I refused to go into the ambulance. Like I was okay. You know what else I did too? I had to be at work 7 o'clock in the morning, and I told my supers like, "Yo, I just got into a massive motorcycle accident last night," and they was kind of laughing like, "Why the hell are you here?" Like, dude, I was like, "Man, I gotta work. I'm okay, so I need to get this money, man. Like, dude, I am money driven, man. Y'all ain't gonna stop me." But yeah, that's one thing. They was like, man, I'll tell this story. Like, dude, I don't make excuses, man. If I have to be somewhere, I'm not because it, if you guys know about cable, man, if somebody calls off, someone else has to pick up the slack. That cable, basically your routes are already predetermined. So, like, if I would have called off the night before, man, that would have been a headache for them. So, I really think about other people, man. Like, sometimes I can be selfish, but that's because I'm not trying to have people depend on me when I have to perform. So I got to make sure I'm at my best, so other people don't have to pick up the slack, man. That's how I think about it. So if I come off as selfish, it's because I'm trying to get myself up to a level where I can help other people, man. And then like I understand people want to help and stuff, but like you know that's just uh that's just the way I'm wired, man. I gotta be out here, man, helping out people, man. Like, well, yeah, that's my story, man. Hit the like, subscribe, man. Share your stories in the comments if you guys had any issues with motorcycle riders, man. I promise you guys I'm a safe rider, man. But yeah, that's it, man. Peace.